But I think we are very confident that we should continue. And beyond that, hopefully we'll accelerate even more.
Yeah. Finger, I know.
Yeah.
So Nitish, I want to
Yeah.
talk about Nodwin because that has been quite good for the company. You've had, increased plans led to your operating metrics being compromised a
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
So
Esports in India
Yeah.
is going to be very large. It's going to become the
we won at the Commonwealth
yeah,
Games
exactly.
as well.
So
Bronze.
I think Nodwin as a leader in that space in India with a very large on growth, on increasing our dominance, building a whole esports ecosystem. I don't think the focus is on as long as they are profitable, as long as that they are growing fast, as long as they are building that large ecosystem. I think growth over profitability at this point of time
Yeah.
at Nodwin, but at the same time not burn a lot of money.
Yeah, that's been the strategy. We look at the margins as well for the company. Pretty good run rate, this time 14% margins, and that was at the higher end of the range. Margin traction will continue, I assume?
Yeah, I think again for us, healthy margins is not something we are chasing at this point of time. I think the message to my teams and all the companies, margins only if you're not able to deliver large growth.
Okay.
But as long as you're able to deliver large growth, don't get too caught up on margins at this point of time.
But at the same time, you will continue this run rate.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Sportskeeda as well, that's done quite well, and now you guys are looking at
In India as well as US. But their original mainstay was cricket. They were very popular for WWE in the US.
I can't help but ask, but there are reports going around. We're at Smaaash.
In your games, you are also advertising to acquire consumers. Now, technology on both sides becomes its own business, make its own revenues, make its own profits, and also help us. India always has been to convert cost centers into profit centers.
Okay.
And the whole idea of the DataWorks deal is that there's a lot of brands working with them. So on a standalone basis also, market downturn overall in the last 6 months to 9 months, we're a no debt company, we're generating new cash every year.
Yeah.
So this actually works out to be very good for us, where we can actually...
Given the environment that you all work in with this very heavy regulatory framework, I know it's a small part of the revenue. How do you look to deal with it? What more would you like to see from the government standpoint?
Yeah.
What's the appeal?
Clarity
Yeah.
is already happening. There's yeah, and I think next couple of months clarity will emerge.
Okay.
Right? That's one important part.
Yeah.
I think the second is regulatory right now for national guidance
Right.
on skill-based gaming.
Yeah.
I think that will be happening. So I think those aspects will also happen. But at least in my...
Shareholders will say that it's still away from those October 21 peaks.
I mean, of course, I don't look at it every minute of the day.
Yeah.
But I mean, you do want to know,
Yeah.
on a regular basis where the price is trending. For the short-term movement of the price, which means no pressure on my team that the next quarter's result has to be fantastic because we need to grow the share price. And that's what we're building towards. My personal belief is if we keep and the best positive intent, I think water eventually find its right value at the right time.
Yeah, no, there's a lot more growth. So what's the message in terms of what the long-term growth plan is?
Growth vision is.
Yeah.
I think India will emerge as a very important country in gaming
Yeah.
globally. And 20 years back when eligible, although
Yeah.
we are still a bit distant. Two reasons of the curve when it comes to digital payments, right?
Right, right.
So this is a perfect storm for India to take advantage of the gaming opportunity. And then once India is globally.
That's true. But real money gaming, would you look at a lot more opportunity on
Yes,
that front? Yeah, and increase the revenue pie on that front as
Surely, like I said, some more regulatory
position. Would it be more like Web3, deep tech? What is it that you'll look at?
Yeah. The freemium where we only today have a World Cricket Championship enough to select from.
And I'm sure a great stamp of approval must have been. So what did that feel like for Nazara?
I think Rakesh, invested in early 2018.
Yeah.
And I still remember meeting him in his conference room. It was a fanboy moment for me in that sense.
Yes.
And but I think more than his money,
Yeah.
his office was right across the road from where our office is. And he used to call me directly on the phone anytime and just call me over. And then we should get into a half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hour session.
What was the advice that he
And his focus always was be clear on the strategy,
Yeah.
be clear on your strategic focus,
Yeah.
and dominate whichever space you operate in. Right? I think very wise words. Sometimes we sway here or there, but I think we will keep his learnings very close to us.